Hey guys, what's up? This is Will, coming again with another Pokemon X&Y Wi-Fi battle. If you're watching these videos, then God bless you. I don't know who you could possibly be, but I'm trying to spread it around, trying to get some people to watch. My quality isn't great, but hopefully the commentary and the battles themselves are good enough to attract some people. This is a battle against a girl named Helen I found on the passerby list. What's interesting about her team is that she has 3 possible Mega Evolutions, so I gotta look out for that, although based on the fact that Alakazam and Lucario are also standalone Pokemon, I'm pretty sure her Mega Evolution is going to be Magnetric right off the bat. I'm bringing along my Sylveon for the first time in this game. It was traded to me by my friend Alex. There's a pretty funny story there. But she's going to start off with her Talonflame. I'm going to start off with my Prankster, Focus Sash, Volbeat. The idea is to, get a Tail Glow off and Baton Pass out. However, with Gale Wings on Talonflame, I can't effectively do that with a Volbeat. So I'm going to switch out to my Rotom, hopefully wall a Brave Bird or a Flare Blitz, but she ends up using U-Turn, which was interesting. I didn't think she would use U-Turn on her Volbeat, but it's fine. She sends out her Alakazam. It seems as though she's Alakazam runs Energy Ball, so that's basically what I'm expecting to happen. So I'm going to switch up to my Sylveon. And she did, in fact, use Energy Ball. Sylveon's special defensive, it's going to completely wall an Energy Ball, even from an Alakazam. Basically, she sends out Togekiss here, which is interesting, because I figured she would probably send out Lucario, seeing as Lucario could attack Sylveon's defenses, which are also pretty good, but it could get it for some nice stab, super effective damage if, that Lucario isn't a special Lucario. Basically, my game plan here is to wall this Togekiss as much as possible. I run Substitute and Calm Mind on this thing, along with Shadow Ball and Moonblast. I start off by trying to get some damage off with Shadow Ball. It doesn't end up doing a lot, but Togekiss's Air Slash isn't getting through my Substitute even one hit, so I know that I'm fine. Basically, what I'm going to try to do is just bulk up my Sylveon as much as possible and keep laying down Substitutes in order to whittle down this Togekiss as much as possible until I can knock it out, and then hopefully use the Sylveon into the next opponent as well. The funny thing about this Sylveon is you might notice its name is Hpdefsdefsat. Like, basically my friend Alex, he was breeding Eevees, and he was trying to keep as much control over, as much track of the IVs as possible, so he named this thing based on what perfect IVs it had. And then he traded it to me without changing the name, and you can't change the name of a traded Pokemon. So I'm stuck with this name, but I think it's funny. So hopefully I'll come up with a cool pronunciation of this complete gibberish that's written as the name of my Sylveon. And I'll have a better name for you. I was able to get off a Moonblast, which was going to be enough to take out this Togekiss in 2 hits. What I should have done here is, right here he breaks my final Substitute, and I should have probably substituted again here instead of going right for the Moonblast, which would have been really good in taking Sylveon into her next Pokemon. But I guess I was just a little antsy, a little excited to get my first kill with this Sylveon, and unfortunately, it's going to take this Bullet Punch. It's actually going to live it, and I thought that I might be able to get off a Moonblast here. However, I get paralyzed by Togekiss's Thunder Wave. Paralyzation is such a key part of this game. You should always have somebody who can paralyze the other team, because it's just such an unpredictable feature of the game. A Pokemon could end up not attacking. It slows down the other person, cuts their speed in half. So, along with any status move, paralyzation is pretty key. And you'll see right here that I use paralyzation. He switches out on my Volbeat, so I'm able to get off a Tail Glow. But I'm still afraid of this Talonflame in that it has Gale Wings, and I know that it can take me out, it can take me out with a Brave Bird. Because, when they both have priority abilities, it comes down to whoever's actually faster, and Talonflame's much faster than Volbeat. However, I'm able to use a Thunder Wave here to paralyze it, and since our priorities cancel each other out, it's basically just a non-paralyzed Pokemon now against a paralyzed Pokemon. And since he's paralyzed, I'm able to get this next Baton Pass off on the next turn. I figure I'll just Baton Pass out to my Talonflame wall, which is my Rotom. And seeing as Rotom is a special attacker, it'll be a nice bulky attacker with a +3 special attack. And he gets paralyzed here, which is nice. And then he gets paralyzed again in the next turn. And I thought that maybe the next turn he would get, like, that would count for more because he was probably going to try to U-turn out. But I realized that since he did attack first and then got paralyzed, that he was actually trying to go for Brave Bird. So he was just trying to get as much damage off as possible, though I'm not sure that it would have killed Rotom in one hit. The fact that he got paralyzed 2 times, you know, in 2 hits, that he might have actually taken out Rotom. So that was lucky, again, tying into the whole paralyzation thing. She throws out her Magnetric, which Mega Evolves into Mega Manectric. A lot of people don't like Mega Manectric's like design. I think that it's really cool, especially when you consider the fact that Manectric just kind of looks stupid in general. Like, a lot of people just completely pass over the fact that Manectric just has like a straight, like, mohawk. Like, what is that? Like an alfalfa? Like, I don't even know. But it's like, it's not, you know, any cooler than that. So I think that Mega Manectric's cool. But I decided to stay in here to try to use one of my special attacks, you know, try to get a KO, which actually ends up working because he switches out to his Alakazam. Even though he's got a Focus Sash, I'm able to knock it down into the red, and I'm hoping that I can take it out with a quick Pokemon next turn. Using my Rotom as Death Fodder here. Right here I'm going to switch into my Sceptile, try to get a little bit of redemption since in the last game it got taken out in 1 hit by a Sludge Bomb from a Venusaur. After looking this up later, I thought that Sceptile was going to be like faster than Alakazam because Sceptile's basic feature is that he's fast. But I don't run Quick Attack on this Sceptile, and it turns out that they both have the same exact base stat for speed, so she had more IVs and EVs than I did. But it ended up that Sceptile was able to live a Psychic and survive into Lucario, getting his redemption, but obviously Sceptile did not have the priority move over Lucario, and Lucario was able to take him out with a Bullet Punch that was more than enough power to take out my Sceptile. I come in now with my Garchomp. It's a choice scarfed Garchomp, so it's speedy. I try using Earthquake on it, but she completely predicts that. Really good move. Switches into Gliscor. And here Gliscor gets poisoned, which leads me to believe that it's probably an Earthquake toxic Gliscor. So I switch into my Gengar, which would be a really good move against this. It can't get hit by Earthquake, can't hit by toxic. But she ends up using Ice Fang, which means that I guess this Gliscor is predominantly for dragons and probably just for Garchomps, since they're so common. But I Mega Evolved my Gengar. She does not want to switch out because Gengar's Mega Gengar's fast and speedy, so anybody she switches out on, I can probably 2-hit KO. So she just stays in and keeps using Ice Fang. She decides that she's going to try to protect and heal herself with Poison Heal, but I know that because I hit her so hard with that first Shadow Ball, that I'm probably going to be able to knock her out, even if she gets 2 Poison Heals off, and that ends up being the case. I'm able to use Shadow Ball and take her out. It doesn't even look like that was going to work, but because I didn't even get a special defense reduction, I was able to take her out. Mega Gengar is really, really powerful. She switches into Manectric here, and I don't want to lose Mega Gengar to this Manectric because, you know, if this Manectric is fast enough, it can potentially sweep my rest of my team. So I predict the Electric move, and I switch out to my Garchomp. And I'm thinking maybe Garchomp might be able to outrun this thing, but it can't, actually. Mega Manectric's just really, really fast. And it's running Hidden Power Ice, which I was crossing my fingers that it didn't have, but it ended up having. But it ends up not mattering because I'm able to live a Hidden Power Ice. I guess that's an attested... that's an attestment? Oh my god. Anyway. She switches into her Lucario and uses Bullet Punch and takes out my Shiny Shark. Basically what I was saying before is that Hidden Power is less powerful now, so I guess that feeds into the fact that Hidden Power is less powerful. I switch into my Volbeat. Basically I have 2 Pokemon left and Volbeat can't take anyone out, so if Volbeat's one of my last 2 Pokemon, I might as well put it in first, and I figured if I put it in first, it'll get the Life Orb damage off on Lucario, so that maybe I can take it out with a final Shadow Ball. She uses Bullet Punch and knocks me down to 3%. These are our last 2 Pokemon here, and I'm able to use Shadow Ball and actually finish her off. It was an incredible ending to a battle. You know, if I didn't have a little bit of Garchomp left and a little bit of Volbeat left, that I don't think that Life Orb damage would have factored in as much to me taking out her final Lucario there. anything could have happened in that battle that would have switched things the other way. So congratulations to Helen on just a good battle. That was a really good team and a good strategy. Basically, if you want to battle me, put your friend codes in the comments below. I'm going to put my friend code up. I'd really love to not have to battle passerbys anymore. I'd really love to just battle people who are looking to battle and find really good battles that way. Thanks for watching. Despite the crappy quality, I don't have the money to spend on the modification you need to just upload battles directly. So I appreciate you watching this. And yeah, until next time, in a while, Septile.